and welcome back everyone, welcome back to the semi-finals, or semi-finales here of the PiGosaur Cup number 35. Oh boy, it's been an intense tournament so far, and again, we've reached our top four. We have our top four players. We have Bjorn and Cure currently facing off in the lower semi-finals, and we have our own PvP spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love. We have the Danish Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the American Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss. It is the other Max Angel, Astrea. Well, let's go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our best of 5. Oh boy, here we go again. Astrea going for Nexus first before Gates. Oh my, he's crazy. Nexus first opener here out of Astrea. Does open Nexus first before the gateway. And I'll be honest, I assumed that Dave was gonna head on over to cover the TBT, so otherwise it looks like we may have. Oh no, not like this. Not like this, Pappy, not like this. But yes, straight up Nexus first. So often we see the greediest build you can go for in PvP is Gate Expand. This is just straight up Nexus. So hyper greed here by Astrea. Astrea will have the economic lead. MaxPax, he goes for a more standard Gate Expand into Cybercore. So this is still an economic build here by MaxPax. It's just that Astrea took it to the next level. It's even greedier. It is even greedier. Now, from here, this can lead into Phoenix Wars. We could see Cybercore into Stargate, into Phoenixes. We should be seeing a Stargate out of MaxPax. From the side of Astrea, I don't know if he's really one to embrace Phoenix Wars. Otherwise, we should be seeing a Stargate, or we could try to diverge into a Twilight Council. We'll see. We shall see. Yep, there's that Stargate for MaxPax, which is expected. Like, Stargate openers are very much so common and standard after this kind of opener. And we're expecting a Stargate here as well. We are expecting a Stargate, but again, it's hard to have those expectations when Astrea's evolved. There it is, Stargate has been thrown down, and welcome to Phoenix Wars. Again, because of the economic starts, you have to go Stargate as a follow-up, and once you both go Stargate, you have to make Phoenixes. And you cannot stop, otherwise you die. Now, you can try to be a little bit greedy and a little bit cheeky, and you can try to go Oracle first, then into Phoenixes, but it's very risky. It's very risky, and it's typically not worth doing. Yeah, Phoenix production has begun for MaxPax, and again, we should be seeing Phoenixes out of Astrea as well. Now, when it comes to Phoenix Wars, they can be very intense, and they can end in one fight. Quite often, actually, they do end in one fight. Basically, with this pylon, we are going to be threatening a shade, as there is going to be an opening here. Likewise, MaxPax, he has eyes on the Phoenix itself. More deaths moving in. The Phoenix has arrived. The sniper probe. Probes goes down. Stalkers are here to reinforce. Phoenix, oh, does get the first shot off. It does get the first shot off, but last there are Stalkers as well. Oh, the shield battery is done, and Astrea holds. Whew, Astrea does hold on. One Adept does make it into the main. So far, getting 2 probes. Looking to get another. Shade into the natural. And Astrea holds. And so far, nice defense. He does hold on. Looking at the unit slot, lost tab here. Does lose 3 probes, so does take down 2 Adepts, a pylon, and a Phoenix. And with that, I believe the Phoenix count is now neck and neck. Yeah, we have a very close Phoenix count. Second Stargate on the way for Astrea, second Stargate on the way for MaxPax. Now, when it comes to Phoenix Wars and Phoenix battles, there is a big power spike when we involve the Fleet Beacon, right? When the Fleet Beacon gets into play and when we get into Phoenix range. Likewise, there's also going to be another big power spike when it comes to the Mothership as well, thereafter, if we can get that far. Both players are expanding, both players are getting their bases. Astrea, he does have the Stalker support, so he does have technically extra DPS, true. Yeah, the Stalkers, they can help support. So Astrea technically has a greater army. He's hunting, looking for those Stalkers. Does find them. Oh, he dives in. He does get the first volley off. Again, so far, better trades here for Astrea, but he doesn't kill a Phoenix. Not yet. He rotates back around. MaxPax has to be so careful here with his movement. Like, again, bearing in mind, the Phoenix count are quite even, but it's the Stalkers that are going to be the big deciding factor here for Astrea, at least early on. He has those 2 extra Stalkers, so he has extra DPS. Likewise, we do have to ensure we stack. If you don't stack, you can see there the Phoenixes, they naturally spread. And if you spread, that means you get wasted DPS, as Phoenixes, they're not going to be within range. Trying to bait out the army. And does commit in. Ooh, getting 1 Phoenix. So far, so good. Gets 1. Will lose the Stalker. Shield battery's almost done. And with that, Astrea, he pulls back. Does back off. He respects the shield battery. Taking down 4 probes. So far, these are still better trades for Astrea. Astrea is ahead in Phoenixes. He's going for the dive. Yeah, it does go for the dive. Does go for the kill. Shield battery doing what he can. Nice stacking here by Astrea. Nice stacking so far. Does have the Guardian Shield. It does have the Sentry. Oh, not quite stacking. Yeah, miscontrol there from Astrea. He was on stacking. And with that, he's forced back. With that, MaxPax does hold, does defend. Again, the Phoenix count now in favor of MaxPax. 3rd Stargate's on the way. Fleet Beacon as well. Ooh, and Astrea, he's not doubling down. He's going into a ground switch. Again, like, I would love to see Astrea press his advantage. Like, again, he's been trading well. He's been killing probes. But he's now switching out of Phoenix. And this is a way to get killed. To be honest. Right now, there's a massive window of vulnerability here for Astrea because he is stopping Phoenix production. Oh boy. Now, thankfully, because Astrea was out trading and out fighting MaxPax, MaxPax has been stuck at home because he knows that he should be behind. But now he's feeling a little bit more cavalier. So far, Astrea is getting away with it. Like, again, because Astrea was ahead, MaxPax, he knows that he can't take a fight. Because Astrea should be ahead in Phoenixes. We know that he's not, because Astrea stopped Phoenix production. And MaxPax, he's like, this is crazy. Like, this is a big gamble. A massive gamble for Astrea. I would argue a little bit unnecessary, to be honest, but but sure. MaxPax, he moves in. He sees all the Stalkers. With that, MaxPax, he can claim this fight. Again, 18 to 11. 18 Phoenixes from MaxPax. That's a decent Stalker count, though. It's slowly building up. Astrea, he's almost there. Oof, we'll lose a Mineral Line. Mineral Line does go down. Astrea out of position. Trying to respond. Blink is not done. Does get some probes, not bad. Nicely done. Does pull out. He's getting caught. Yeah, he does get caught out though. And massive catch. Phoenixes are going to be falling. Stalkers coming in. Astrea, he's got 17 Stalkers. Is that enough on the ground? Do you see Immortal production on the way? Immortals are in production. Going into Void Ray as well, so Void Ray Immortal out of MaxPax. I'm still not entirely convinced by these Stalkers, but once Blink is done, he can dive. Astrea pushing forward. Does push in, going for the Stargate, not bad. Phoenixes, they coming from behind. The boys are being pulled. Yeah, they hit a tank, and they will. A lot of workers are falling, and I believe we should be able to break through those Phoenixes. It's getting quite close, though. Is that a more on the high ground? More Stalkers have arrived. 31. Yeah, he should have enough. Astrea, he should have enough here. Still trying to commit in. Takes out the Stargate. Void Rays have arrived. Good target firing. Does target down the Void Rays. Astrea, he will lose all his Phoenixes. Getting down to 15 Phoenixes here for MaxPax. Now, what's scary, though, is that he's building up the Immortal counts. Like, he's slowly building up more Immortals. As it gets higher, it's becoming more threatening. Astrea, he recalls back home. Now Astrea, he has successfully switched into a Stalker army, into a ground composition. He has pulled it off. But again, is it worth it? We'll see. Ideally, MaxPax wants to get into a second robo, into double immortal production. For now, making more phoenixes, motherships on the way. Building up. Now, ideally, because it's going to be so immortal heavy, we need zealots. Chargelets would be ideal, and there we go. Zealot legs are on the way. So we have to get out of just pure Stalker and get into Chargelots, as that would be the best answer for these immortals. We have Archons behind this as well. So again, like Chargel Archon is going to be the superior composition, and Astrea, he's working on it. He's getting there. Still a bit of a lower zealot count. There we go, more zealots are on the way. He does need those chargelots. Meanwhile, MaxPax, he's actually going to be delaying immortal production, going into more Void Rays. Okay. Going into Flux Veins, into more Void Ray production. Astrea, he's maxed out. Now's the time to trade. Now would be the time. He has to push in, and ideally he can trade out Zealots and then back off and just reinforce. And here we go. He's going for it. Yeah, does go for it. So you get some force fields. Archons, they do break them. Diving on the Immortals. The Immortals are exposed. He gets 1, 2, or 3 Immortals do go down. Massive pickoffs. Takes out all the Immortals, and now the Phoenixes are exposed. Oh, no detection though. No detection. Observer's on the way. MaxPax, he's holding on. He's holding on thanks to the mothership, but he has been broken. He has no more immortals. The immortal count was reset, and that was the only thing keeping him alive against this kind of army. Again, it was a risky maneuver for Astrea to switch into ground toss out of Mass Phoenix, but he pulled it off. Did pull it off, and a big reason for it was because he was ahead, right? Like, as we mentioned, the reason why MaxPax was so passive is because he had less Phoenixes, and it wouldn't make sense for MaxPax to move out. So thanks to Astrea's early game, he took a lead, and he had the freedom to take that gamble and to rush into Blink Stalker. And he pulled it off. Did pull it off. Stasis does connect. We have another cloak. Observer is here, though. Yeah, we have 2 observers. Does go for does dive in, does take down the observers. Cheeky moves there from MaxPax. Very cheeky. MaxPax doing everything he can to hold on, to survive. Behind this, Astrea just taking more bases, taking more expansions. He has an economy, he has a bank. Go. He's now moving in. Does threaten a dive. Oh. I mean, the stage drops are buying some time. True. Astrea not quite able to collapse in. Not quite. Now this is a little bit scary. Like, so far MaxPax, he is doing a great job here, just buying time, turtling up. And he's slowly building up that supply, building up massive Void Ray. That's a lot of Void Rays. They're holding their own. We have Storm on the way. Interesting. Storm is gonna tickle this army, but sure, I guess. I feel like Archon's gonna be more impactful, but I mean, sure, okay. There we go. Archons are morphing in. Storm is almost done. I mean, damage is damage, I suppose. Speaking of, there's the storms. Storms do zone. Fades out the stasis. Stasis is baited. Void Ray overextends. Nice pickup. Takes on the Void Ray. A storm on the probes. I mean, true. Yeah, MaxPax, he will hold. He will shut down this army. Again, the mass Void Ray overwhelms. The Void Rays. They take down every single Stalker. Again, mass Void Ray. They're built to kill Stalkers. And Astrea's in trouble. Astrea's in a lot of trouble here. He'll lose the entire army. He has to back up. And MaxPax, he can end the game here and now. We'll tank a storm to the face. It doesn't matter. Like, the storms, they tickle this, so like, they didn't do much. And MaxPax, I mean, he's all in. He's completely all in at this point. Astrea has to take it slow. Just take it slow. Give up the base. Give up the expansion. Warp in around the army. Catch reinforcements like this carrier. Goddamn. But just take it slow. One expansion goes down, so will another. Astrea just has to let it happen. Like, he cannot stop this army. Just wait for warp ins, and he's going for the base trade. Going for the base trade instead. Catching out 3 voids. MaxPax does recall back home. Astrea has to pull away. Does get one of the Void Rays. But again, Astrea just has to buy time, nibble away at the army, and gets 2 more Phoenixes. Needs to make sure he doesn't skip warp-ins. We need gases as well. Gas income is limited. Astrea pulling back. Does pull back to the cannons. Prismatic alignment is activated. He has to respect it. He has to back the hell off. Again, he cannot push into prismatic alignment. As another base goes down. The lasers, Pappy. Oh my god. And again, we're just making 3 Void Rays at a time. At the same time, Astrea counterattacks, going for the expansion. I see done. And again, we need those gases. Like, unfortunately, Astrea, he's out of gas. He's out of gas. He's running out of money. Astrea, he has bases, he has workers, but he's not mining. He's just long distance mining instead. And MaxPax may just win this game. And never took the gases. MaxPax, he will deny these northern bases. Astrea, he didn't rebuild these Nexus. Storm, kind of zones. Gets 2. Gets 2 Void Rays. Gets 3. Oh, not quite. Now, what's important here is that Astrea is at least distracting the army, and top left is being left alone. He's still not mining efficiently, but at least he has some mining. Once again, for his back alignment, he has to back up. Astrea cannot fight this. He has to recall. Oof. Losing more Stalkers. Nice Zealot run by. Very nice. Does force MaxPax back home. And we need, there we go. Take the gases. We need gas, Pappy. Take the Nexus. We need an economy. Or just transfer over. Transfer. Sort out your bases, Pappy. Sort them out. It might be too late. To be honest, it might just be too late here for Astrea. Gets a Void Ray. Gets a Void Ray, gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. Not bad. Takes down a decent amount of Void Rays. He pulls back. Oh god. Unfortunately, no shield batteries to set up here. Does, oh, barely knock another Void Ray. This base is gonna fall. And Astrea, he has top left and he has center right. He has some gas income, a little bit, but he will lose every single probe here. Oh god, the mineral line goes down. Brutal losses. And Astrea, he'll plummet in the worker count. And And now it's going to be 0 base mining here for MaxPax, just long distance, against 1. There's 1 base economy for Astrea. I guess 1.5. Like, what's important here is the gases, and unfortunately Astrea doesn't quite have them. Links out. Oh, he gets caught out. Oh, we cannot afford these mistakes. Losing a lot of stalkers. Top left gets spotted. How do we have 10 Void Rays for MaxPax? The Void Ray. Astrea, he does get at least some workers, and again, he's distracting. Like, that's what's important here. He's distracting. Ooh, the mothership is getting ready for a recall to recall into the bases. He wants that expansion. Again, this is the most important mining base for Astrea. The most important base. He can't lose it. Here comes the recall. Or he just attacks. Yeah, doesn't even have to recall. He denies the base. Astrea, he has top left, but again, he has no gases here, so it doesn't really matter as much. Does recall back home. And GG. Oh, GG. MaxPax, he taps out. Oh my god. MaxPax, he is broken. He has no faith here. And MaxPax, he will tap out. I mean, he's down in workers, but he has an army to work with. GG. His spirit has been broken. And Astrea, he takes the game. GG. GG, well played. Oh my god, the mental battle here as MaxPax, he taps out. If only he knew that top left didn't have any gases, by the way. If only he knew. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax, he was totally still in that game, by the way. Like, Astrea was struggling to keep up, struggling to hold on, but MaxPax didn't really know what the economy was looking like for Astrea. He had no idea. Now, we knew that MaxPax, he was struggling. He had 4 probes. MaxPax, he was long distance mining. MaxPax had the greater main army, but he was unaware of how much Astrea was struggling. Because he was struggling, Pat. Oh, God. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax ready for bed? Isn't it like, I'm pretty sure MaxPax, doesn't he go to bed at like 3 p.m.? Hold on. European time. It's 5 a.m. Ah, nah, MaxPax, he's still got a ways to go, Pat. He's right now, it's peak gaming hours for MaxPax. He doesn't go to bed until at least the sun rises. Oh. Here we go. As we are getting ready for game number 2. MaxPax not ready for the NA degeneracy. Oh no. Here we go. Here we go. We're getting into game number 2. Just setting up. We're just setting up. Game 2 is going to be on Tokamak. Tokamak, a much larger map of the map pool. As a reminder as well, best of 5. Best of 5, so it is going to be a bit of a longer series. Here we go. It's going to be a longer series here. Oh boy. Meanwhile, it looks like the lower semis, they had a best of 3. Oh no. Yo, Bjorn took a game though. Let's go. Shout out to Bjorn. But looks like the lower semis has concluded and Cure takes down Bjorn 2-1. I don't think they were made aware that this was meant to be a best of 5, so they played at a best of 3, but we'll get there, we'll get there. And again, Bjorn, he was able to make a series out of it, and Cure does advance on to the finals. Here we go. When Korea faster, no castles. Yeah, unfortunate. It's all good. I mean, whenever you change the format of a tournament, there are usually some teething issues, so it happens. Remember, right? Like last week, we didn't have to have best of fives, and we had Hero and Beyond play best of five. This week, we have to play best of fives, and then Cure and Beyond don't. Like yeah. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's all good. But here we go, spawning in the bottom-hand corner. We have the Danish Protoss player. We have the red Protoss down in the series. We'll see you bounce back and make a series out of this representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss player, or the blue Protoss player himself from the Americas, leading the series 1-0. It is Astrea. Again, after a very chaotic game one, a game one that honestly MaxPax could have won. But his spirit was broken, his will to fight was demolished, and he tapped out. And again, he wasn't aware of just how limited the economy was of Astrea when he did tap out. Was unaware. He just knew that he himself was down to 4 probes, right? He was down to 4 workers, down to barely an economy. That he was broken. Likewise, we're now settling into our next game, and this time we're not going for any kind of crazy Nexus first. This time 2-gate opener out of Astrea. Likewise, a Gate Cyber Expand here out of MaxPax. MaxPax is going for a standard opener into a more economic start. Astrea going for a 1-base all-in. The pylon has been thrown down, the cyber core is almost done, and do we go for the proxy robo or do we go for a proxy gateway? Or even both. We're here to find out. We are here to find out. Fantasy would have won that game. Exactly. You have all these clowns talking about like, yo, why doesn't this player tap out? But when they do, suddenly it's like, yo, why did this player tap out? Oh no. If only everyone was fantasy. If only. So now again, economic opener here to MaxPax. Astrea, he does go for the proxy gateway, not for the proxy robo. So we have a 3-gate setup. I believe we can set up a 4th gateway as well. I believe we'll have the economy to sustain that, but regardless, is rallying. It is making 3 stalkers at a time. Behind this MaxPax, he is aware that the pylon is missing, and he now confirms there's no base, and no natural. He's now aware of the all-in. Back at home does have a safety shield battery. It is going Oracle first into a delayed Void Ray. And we'll see if Astrea can break it. Stalker does break forward. Does break in. Nice snipe there on the first Stalker. Yeah, brutal loss for Astrea. Shield battery's almost done. Astrea trying to break through. We have more shield batteries on the way, but here we go. He does overwhelm. And he can't two-shot. There we go. Takes out the first Stalker. Goes to the shield battery. Nice round with the probes. Kills the Stalker as well. And the Void Ray has arrived. Alas, no shield batteries. Not on the low ground. Yeah, Astrea does pull back. Nice control. Takes down the shield battery. And Astrea has taken over the natural base. The natural will fall. And from here, Astrea, he can just keep going. He can try to go with the ramp. For now, he's respecting the prismatic alignment. Does run out. Does run out. Now would be the time to try to push up the ramp. Astrea playing it safe. There's a sentry. Yeah, there's a sentry. That will punish. So Astrea, he will just kill the natural, and back at home he expands. Back at home he does take a third, or take his own. Takes his own base. There's that force field. And we'll at least kill the natural. Natural does go down. And from here, we'll see if Astrea can take that economic lead. So far, he's going to be up in base, up in workers, up in expansions, up in economy. MaxPax is being forced into a 1-base all-in. He's got his gateways, he's got his robo. Immortal production has begun. and the turns will soon table. Turns are tabling. Astrea has to get the hell out of here. He has to race back home. He's racing back. Shield batteries are on the way, and now the aggressor has to be the defender. Astrea, he has to survive. As here comes the all-in. MaxPax going to be rallying out Immortals. Has the Void Ray, Sentries, Force Fields. Force Fields are crucial this early on just because there's no blink, right? There's no blink and there's no defensive Warp Prism for Astrea. So Force Fields will lock down an army, and they will stay locked down. So there's a lot of micro potential for both players, as they both have Force Fields. Void Rays are good for the pylon. And they will snipe it. Nice pickup. Oracle poised to go into the main. Force Fields, they lock down one of their Stalkers. Shield Wise are putting in a lot of work. The Stalker refused to go down. Oh my god! Yeah, the Stalkers are immortal. And Astrea, he's holding. Astrea, he's holding on. The Void Rays, they barely survive. MaxPax is now out of Force Fields. And he has to get out of here. Like, I just... But here we go. He's reinforcing. Okay, he has a Sentry. Warping in more Sentries as well. Warping in more Force Fields. Additional Force Fields have arrived. Likewise, the armies, they get locked down. Takes down the Void Ray. Yeah, and Astrea, he should have enough. He should have enough here. Takes down a Stalker. Locks down MaxPax. More shield batteries on the way. Locks down the Immortal. Oh my god. Yeah, the Immortal is exposed. Nice pick up. Nice save. Does barely save that Immortal. But the army's just so very low. Void Ray goes down. And MaxPax is just running out of steam. He's running out of steam, running out of units, running out of army. Boys are being pulled. Extra warping coming in. Going for the Prism. Oh my god. And then the Prism is forced back. Immortals get zoned away. And with that, GG. Astrea, he will take a 2-0 lead in the series. Astrea is one game away from claiming the series and advancing on to the finals. Let's go. Let us go. Again, MaxPax, he was unable to save his own natural base. He was caught with his pants down. He barely wasn't able to get those shield batteries up and running and defend that natural. Remember, he had a late scout of the all-in. He had a late reaction to it as well. I would say that MaxPax was greedy when it came to seeing the fact that there was no pylon. He almost acted like he didn't believe there was an all-in coming or there was a proxy. So MaxPax caught with his pants down, forced into an all-in, and it was an uphill battle. And with that, Astrea, one game away. One game away from it, claiming the series, or no mas, and he will 3-0 MaxPax. Here we go. Here we go. Generally, 3-gate versus Stargate is build or win, right? I would not say that. We have seen MaxPax defend against that. If you recall, MaxPax, even though he saw the pylon was missing, he didn't open Void Ray. He went Oracle first, and the Oracle didn't really pay for itself. Ideally, the Oracle was able to get some economic damage done across the map and cripple the economy, but the Oracle failed to do so, so that did slow down MaxPax. Likewise, MaxPax, he wasn't quite able to get his shield batteries up and running in time either. Partly because, again, he wasn't fully aware of the all-in that was coming until it was already up. If he had scouted, then we would have seen a stronger reaction, a stronger response. Here we go. Here we go. But yeah, this is not a build or win just because MaxPax, he always opens Stargate every game. And again, he's typically well versed when it comes to defending against all-ins, but a lot of it comes down to recognizing whether or not there is an all-in coming. Here we go. Speaking of, as we load into game number 3, we do expect another Stargate open out of MaxPax, as always. We'll see how Astrea does respond. Now, coming into Torches as game 3, we're leaning towards Phoenix Wars. The reason for this is because both players are most likely to be opening up economically. We're expecting a gate expand into Cybercore. Last time, Astrea did open up straight up Nexus first, just straight Nexus first, which is crazy. I don't see him doing that here. I would expect to see him be a little bit more standard in his greed and go for a gate expand at most, but we'll see as we load into torches. And the reason why we often see Phoenix Wars here is because of the ramp coming into the natural. The ramp is a big defensive factor that does dissuade one base all-ins. And here we go, spawning in the top right-hand corner of torches. We have the Danish Protoss player. He is down in the series. We'll see if he can recover. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can make a series out of this. So for System Gaming, MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the American Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss. Leading the series 2-0, it is Astrea. Go. As we mentioned, we do have a gate expand set up here at a MaxPax. Likewise, Astrea, we'll see if he does go for a gate Cybercore into Nexus as well. He's setting up on the high ground, but it's not uncommon to still go for the Nexus. Oh, hello, Astrea. We're being cheeky, papi. He does open up the minerals and get setting up for a proxy Stargate, I would imagine. Okay. Astrea. 2-gate opener. 2-gate opener. MaxPax does poke in. Does poke in. Does confirm. Behind this, we're getting ready for the pylon. Cybercore is thrown down, and soon MaxPax. Ooh, gate expand. Okay, greedy, very greedy builds here from MaxPax. Going for the Nexus before the Cybercore. This will delay the Stargate. So the Stargate's going to be delayed. The first initial unit is going to be delayed as well because of the faster Nexus. So this, I want to say, is more ideal for Astrea. MaxPax at this point, he knows that the pylon is missing. He's aware. Now, does he have the wherewithal to check the wall? Does he check? If so, then it would scream what this is. Again, proxy Stargate. MaxPax, does he check the wall? Oh, he doesn't. Okay, he does. Whew, okay, he does. Yeah, there we go. He does see. Kind of. He didn't go far enough. He saw that one patch was missing, but I don't know if that registered. Uh-oh. Because he didn't confirm both patches were mined out. And yeah, he's looking. Yeah, he's searching for the proxy. Checking on the left-hand side. Meanwhile, Stargate is almost done. Going for the Oracle. And for now, MaxPax is vulnerable. Now, as a reminder, there's not an all-in, right? I should have started with that. Proxy Stargate is not all-in. Proxy Stargate is a way to get ahead economically. It's a way to eviscerate the economy, kill probes, and then take a lead. That is the purpose of Proxy Stargate. So it's not meant to be an all-in. Just a way to get ahead. Depth does shade in. Probe pulls away. Main base is exposed. Shield battery is now in production, but the Oracle is soon to arrive. Stalker's racing over. I think now MaxPax realizes what's been happening. Probes are going to go down. So far, good damage. Yeah, getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at probe kills. Getting up to 6. Getting up to 7. And the Oracle's about to run out of energy, but this is still a lot of damage. 0 mining! Oh my, 0 economy! Jesus. 7 probes go down. Again, all the boys are pulled away. No mining, no economy. Strong start for Astrea. And back at home, he's not quite set up himself. Shield battery's only halfway done. Oracle's moving in. Sentry will attempt to dissuade. But we do get some counter damage. Yeah, 3, 4, 5 probe kills. Okay, nice damage here from MaxPax. Gets almost an equivalent amount of economic damage, but he doesn't force Astrea off the mineral line. So Astrea still has a better economy, and oh, he still kills more probes. He's still getting more damage. Ay, ay, ay. In total, 11 workers go down from the side of MaxPax, and only 6 for Astrea. Likewise, he hunts down the Adept, and Astrea takes a lead. Astrea does take a lead. Now, again, it's only a lead as we open Phoenix. Interesting. Phoenix follow-up. Hunt down the Oracle. Phoenix also on the way for MaxPax. Let's go. From here, we're not going to Phoenix Wars. From here, we should be working towards Blink and working towards a gateway composition. We have additional Phoenixes on the way from MaxPax. But from here, Astrea does take a lead. We'll see if he can maintain that lead here against MaxPax. We shall see. I think MaxPax is still the greatest PvP player currently. I think I might argue against that. Like, I think we've spoken about this before. Like, MaxPax, I think for a long time he had the best PvP in the world. I don't know if I would agree with that now. Like, in my mind, I think Hero has surpassed MaxPax in their PvP head-to-head. But that might only be in the last 6 months, which is what I'm, like, considering. I'd have to, like, check, like, the... Basically, I'd be curious about specifically this year's statistics between MaxPax and Hero. That's what I'd be most curious by. But because maybe he still does have the best PvP, maybe. But I think I can say with certainty that no longer is it dominance. Like, I think before in the past there was a clear gap between MaxPax and everyone else, and I think that gap has definitely closed. And it's not as clear cut as it once was. And there's a lot of reasonings for that, for sure. Astrea does push in. Likewise, we see MaxPax setting up defensively. You have a wall of stasis traps. Ooh, Stalker does get caught out. But very careful control here. Again, we do have Immortals in favor of MaxPax. Does have the high ground. Oracles, they pop up in the main. 5 probes go down. MaxPax getting pulled apart. There's the recall. And MaxPax, I think he can catch one Oracle. He does not. Oof. Oracles, they do escape. Nice run by here. Nice flyby by Astrea. Hero's ahead in the series head-to-head in 2025. Yeah, I assume so. Like, I assume that Hero was ahead. Just based on what we've seen. I should also emphasize once again, just because I think people, they have a lot of recency bias, just because like MaxPax isn't as dominant in PvP as he once was, he's still really good. Like, he's still a very strong player. He's still the best person in Europe, 100%. But Clem, but I mean, maybe second best to Clem, maybe. Cap. Este Clem. But it's important to bear that in mind, that he's still a very strong player. And still one of the best in the world. You want to get ahead of the Rainer washed memes, you know? Want to get ahead of that. Oh. Oh. Nice control there by Astrea. Baits out the stasis. Likewise, nice target fighting here on the Phoenixes. The Immortals, they hold their own. MaxPax claiming his third. I mean, it's still a very much so an uphill battle for MaxPax. Like, it's still a really rough position to be in. Ooh, there's going to be the cancel. Again, it's so difficult to claim a third base on this map if you don't have map control. Like this area is just so open. Like, how do you expand? You don't. Not without the army supply. And MaxPax just doesn't have it. Doesn't have it. MaxPax is just perpetually contained here on 2 bases. Oracles, they go back in. Oh, and he's being pulled apart. They go back in. They've yet to go down. These are still the first 2 Oracles from the start of the game, getting another 7 probe kills. Finally, they're going to go down to the Phoenixes, but they have more than paid for themselves. As MaxPax is just being torn apart. 14 probe kills. And at this point, he's all in. Like, at this point, there's no third. There's no economy. There's nothing else left. We're going to just double down. We're going to double down, send it across the map. Oh no, not the stasis. I mean, he does spot it with the observer, true. He does spot the stasis traps. Oh no, the Immortals are exposed. There's no prism. There's no prism. One Immortal goes down. Ay. Yeah, there's no micro potential here. There's nothing else here, papi. Okay, prism moves in. The prism has arrived. So now he does kite back. Picks up the Archon. Does pick up the Archon. MaxPax. Again, it's all or nothing for MaxPax. He's completely all in. From here, getting surrounded. GG gets caught. He gets completely shut down. And Astrea with a 3-0 showing takes out MaxPax and does advance on to the grand finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. A very strong showing here by Astrea with the 3-0 pappy. Aye, aye, aye. And again, a lot of really nice builds out of Astrea as well. I think something that is important to take note of, just because I think there are people that maybe don't watch as much PvP on the recent patch and in recent months. It isn't just that players have been more aggressive or anything like that against MaxPax. Not at all. Remember, game 1, what did Astrea do? He outgreeded MaxPax. And this is something that has been happening more and more frequently, is his opponents, is MaxPax's opponents, instead of going for these all-ins, cutting more corners. Hero, Showtime, and Astrea are all 3 really good examples of players that are willing to go Nexus first, to go either Nexus first or gate expand against MaxPax and outgreed him instead and get ahead economically early on, or switch things up and go for an all-in, which is what we saw in game number 2, or switch things up and not go for an all-in but go for a proxy Stargate. Like, really diverse play here out of Astrea, doing something different every single game and catching MaxPax off guard. And again, the meta has evolved in such a way where more players are willing to be greedy as well. I speak about this all the time, but a lot of the Koreans, Hero, Classic, Creator, a lot of them have a Trap as well back when he was competing at the start of the year. A lot of them do now go for MaxPax openers in PvP. Like, a lot of them now go for Gate, Cyber, Expands. Like, no longer does MaxPax have exclusivity on that build, so because of that, now we see more Phoenix Wars, now we see more diverse play. No longer is it only MaxPax defending against all-ins. Now players are much more comfortable doing other things against him, and I do think that's one of the big reasons why MaxPax has been struggling as of late. I think for the past couple of years, most games would really just be MaxPax. He would go for his economic opener, and his opponent would just all in. And that would just be MaxPax's PvP for like the past 3 years. But that is no longer the case. Like, nowadays, now players are more willing to play economic. Now players are more willing to be more greedy, or take more economic leads early on and take different approaches. GG, well played. Dude has been trying to do Nexus first every matchup. It's true. That is unique to Astrea. Fun fact, when I say Nexus first, I mean Nexus first. As in Pylon Nexus. Before the first gateway. Like, Astrea, he was crazy.